What if the quietest person in the room was the only one keeping watch? This is the true story of a silent security guard, dismissed, ignored, and overlooked, until the moment his silence shattered, and he saved dozens of lives. He never spoke a word. But when disaster came knocking, his silence screamed louder than anyone's voice. Narrator, steady, building atmosphere. He was always there, standing at the entrance, navy blue uniform, shoulders squared. The kind of man you walked past every single day without thinking twice. No small talk, no stories, no jokes at the water cooler, just a nod, maybe a polite smile. To most, he was invisible. Some mocked him. There's our statue. Bet, he's a robot. But while others laughed, he was watching, observing, memorizing. He noticed the businessman who always came in at 8:42 sharp, the courier who whistled the same tune, the squeak of the revolving door no one else paid attention to. He wasn't silent because he had nothing to say. He was silent because he saw everything. Narrator, voice low, tension rising. It began like any other morning. Elevators chimed, coffee cups steamed, laughter echoed. But then, something broke the pattern. A black duffel bag, left in the corner, new, heavy, too deliberate. Nobody noticed, nobody cared, except him. Moments later, a man walked in, average height, dark jacket, cap pulled low. But his eyes, they weren't normal. He wasn't looking for an office. He was looking for exits, for cameras. His hand touched his pocket, once, twice, 3 times. To the crowd, he was nothing. Just another visitor. But to the guard, he was a storm waiting to break. Narrator, sudden sharp tone. The fire alarm erupted, a piercing scream of sirens, red lights flashing, panic exploding across the lobby. What's going on? Is this a drill? People ran, people screamed. But through the chaos, the man in the cap moved. He wasn't running out. He was pushing back in, toward the bag. His hand slipped into his pocket. The guard's eyes locked on him. And then, he moved. For the first time, the silent guard broke his stillness. Boots pounding on marble, cutting through the crowd. Every step, faster, stronger, and in one brutal motion. He slammed the man against the wall. The crowd gasped. A device clattered to the floor, black, wired, blinking. Narrator, calm but heavy. The alarms went silent. The suspect was dragged, away in cuffs. The device sealed in a protective case. The duffel bag carried out by bomb experts. The lobby stood frozen. Coffee spilled across the marble. Shoes abandoned in the rush. Papers fluttering like leaves in a storm. And there he was, standing tall, calm, silent. He saved us, someone whispered. How did he know? Another muttered. The building manager rushed to him. How did you? But the guard said nothing. He only adjusted his badge, brushed the dust from his uniform, and returned to his post. He didn't need applause. He didn't need recognition, because his silence had already spoken louder than words. Narrator, reflective, inspiring. The next day, the lobby was different. No one rushed past him anymore. People nodded, smiled, whispered, "Thank you." He still didn't reply. He didn't need to. In offices above, the story spread like wildfire. He spotted the bag before anyone else. He tackled that guy like it was nothing. He barely speaks, but he sees everything. The truth became clear. Heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they wear uniforms we ignore. Sometimes they are the quietest ones in the room. Silence mistaken for weakness was vigilance. Observation mistaken for passivity was strength. And humility, mistaken for nothingness, was the very thing that saved lives. He never gave interviews, never explained how he knew. Because he didn't need to. His silence had already told the story. And to those who worked in that building, one lesson would never fade. Never underestimate the quiet ones. Because sometimes, silence isn't the absence of voice. It's the presence of wisdom. And that day, silence had a name.